Hello students, today we are going to see some more examples on the scene poem extracts. So already in the previous video we have seen two examples related to the first two poems of the unit 1, where we have seen about all the worlds are stage and where the mind is without fear. So in this poem we are also going to see about two examples here, 2 to 3 poems we are going to see, and then we'll move forward. So as we have already seen that altogether 5 marks are there for scene poem, where the first question will be for simple factual question, where one line answers or complete the following or fill in the blanks, any type of questions, or the true or false will be asked, where the simple questions will be asked. Very easy to answer, you have to find the answer from the poem or the extract itself. And the second question will be complex, where the answer should be written in a brief, and the third question will be related to activities related to poetic device, where the comparison between or the poetic device or the rhyme scheme or any figure of speech, okay, or the rhyming verse, anything will be asked from the poem for you all. So here the first example, let's see. I think I could turn and live with animals. So here the poem is about the animals. The poem's name is Animal here. And here the poet wants to live with the animals, and he wants to change his lifestyle, and he wishes that he could turn his lifestyle and he could live with the animals and as animals live. So here I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their conditions. They do not make me sick. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. So here the poet is watching the animals from some distance, and he sees what type of freedom they are having, and he expresses his wish that he wants to live like the animals. Why he wants to live like an animal? Why? Because they are placid and self-content. They are always with peaceful. They do not want anything, and they do not have greediness to own other things. Okay, they are very much happy. They are very much calm. They are very much happy with the life they are living. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Okay, so have you all seen any animal that they are crying for the things they are having? They don't have any food, so they are crying. It's not like that. We have not seen any type of animal like this. Okay, but the human being, how they are very much greedy. They are very much they want to own other things. They want more things, and so they are very much greedy. But here in animals it is not like that. They are very much self-sufficient, and they are very much happy with the life they are living with. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. Okay, whenever we do any sin or whenever we do anything wrong, and whenever we try to hide something from the people, that night or that period of life we do not get a peaceful sleep. Okay, if you all make a big crime and all, if you all make some mistake, if the things go wrong, we are in a very much tense condition, and because of that reason we are not able to have a sleep properly. So here also the poet says that he has not seen any animal that they are lying awake because of the sins they have done. Then They do not make me sick discussing their duties to God. So, okay, have you ever seen any animal that they have gone to God and they are praying for the others, or they are doing some ritual things to the God? No, there is no any animal that it is going there, it's praying and all. And if the animals who have been taught, they have been forcefully taught by the people. Okay, so or you always say that this animal goes there and prays and bows there. Is the thing which is been taught by the human being. It's not the natural tendency, but it's been the animals who have been trained. They have been trained by the human beings. Okay, that is why they are doing it. Okay, they do not do it by their own freedom. Okay, they do not make me sick discussing the duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Okay, there is no any animal to with the greediness to own things. Okay, they are always satisfied with what they are having. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. So here we have whatever the ancestors or whatever the gods or whatever the thousands of years before, the warriors or the leaders who had come and gone, the leaders who had done grateful things. We bow to them, we kneel to them, and we feel like an inspiration from that person. But here there's no any animal that they are seeing the photos of in the memories of their ancestors and they are kneeling in front of them. Okay, it's not like that. And if anyone, now what the human being do, if any leader comes, or if anyone guru comes, or any teacher or the big person comes, where the common people, what they do, they try to go and they try to catch the feet and all, but it's not that good. Okay, the freedom, the writer here, the poet here wants to have a freedom that it should not be like that. Okay, here he has not seen any animal that they are going to the ancestors, they are going and kneeling in front of them. But we human being, what we do, if any big person or anything, anyone who is very much famous, if such type of people are coming, what we do, we go and keep on trying to hug them, we try to kneel in front of them, we try to touch their feet and all, but it's not that good. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole world. Okay, whole earth. Okay, the animals here, they are not bothered about the whole earth and all. They are only very much happy about the world in where they are living with. They are very much happy with the thing which they are having. What we do, human, where other thing is going on, what in other countries going on, what are the tense things going on. We are always quarreling and we are always seeing what the other countries or other things are going on everywhere. So they show their relation to me and I accept them. So here the animals who are there, they wants to have a relationship. He says that they are showing a relationship with me, and he also have the relationship with them. They bring me token of myself. They evince them plainly in their possessions. I wonder where they got those tokens. Did I pass that way huge time ago and negligently drop them? So human beings, such types of qualities which the animals are having. Here the poet says that whatever this type of qualities which are there, we have left them behind in many years before. So such types of qualities that the animals are having, we are not having them right now, and because of that reason we have left, the poet says that we have left these qualities far behind in our life, and we are not able to live such type of life here. Okay, let's move to the exercise content here. Question and answers, simple factual questions. First one, what craze do animals never display? Answer, animals never display to lie, weep for their sins, and craze of owning things. What they do? Animals never display the lie, weep for their sin, and craze of owning things. Okay, have you ever seen any animal that they are saying something false and all? No, they are weeping for the things, or if they have made any mistakes, they are feeling very much sorry. No. Okay, and they do not have any craze for owning other things. Okay, I want this, I want that, I want so big house, I want so big car. Okay, this type of things the animals are not having. This type of greediness they are not having, but the human beings are having. Okay, so this type of things the animals never display in their life. What could have happened to the token of the poet's self? So okay, what are the tokens means the qualities. Okay, the qualities of the poet. Okay, what could have happened? This is the question being asked here. What's the answer here? Expected answer. The poet could have dropped the token for himself because of his negligence. So whatever the tokens he was having, he has left far behind in his past life. Okay, whatever the past life or his ancestors or our human beings lives which is there, they have lost all these qualities of being loved. Okay, of whatever the things which you are having, we should be happy with them. Okay, all these qualities which are there, they have been left behind many years before by the human being. The next question, complex factual questions. What does the poet think about the animals? So here, according to the poet, the animals are self-contained. So self-contained means what? Self-sufficient and placid, not easily upset. Okay, so they are always satisfied with what they are having. Okay, and they are always placid means not easily upset. You do not get upset. Okay, they do not get easily upset, but they are always happy with what they are having. On the Discovery Channel or on the National Geographic Channel, we also see that many type of animals we can study in this type of content or in this type of channel, and we see that many animals lifestyle they are showing, and when we check them, whatever the things they are having, whatever the lifestyle they are having, they are very much natural and they are not living any practical life, but whatever the thing which they are having, they are very much happy with that type of life. Let's move next. Differentiate the qualities between animals and human beings. So differentiate the qualities between animals and human beings. So here, animals and human beings never complain about anything. Human beings always about the condition, always complain about the others. Always lie and weep for their sins. Here, always lie and never weep for their sin. Never show unhappiness, always show either happiness or unhappiness. So here, animals which are there, they do not complain for the things or the things they are not having. Human beings, they are always complaining for the condition of their life. Animals, there is no any animal that they are lying or they are weeping for their sin. Here the animals or the human beings, they always keep on lying, but they do not weep. Okay, if we lie also, if they lie also, they do not cry or they do not feel sorry for the mistakes they have done in their life. Next, never show unhappiness. Here, always show either happiness and unhappiness. So here, if they are happy, they show happiness. If they are not happy, if they are greedy, if they are not satisfied, they show unhappiness. Okay, so other questions also they may ask here. So activity based, like match the following, match the words and all, or other things. Find the adjectives from the poem that shows the positive and negative thinking. So positive thinking is placid, self-contained. So placid, yeah, placid is a positive thinking. Self-contained is a positive thinking. What are the negative words? Dissatisfied, demented, unhappy, negligible. These are the negative words here. Next one, they may also ask the examples related to figure of speech. So repetition, so there are many lines repeated, like example, they do not sweat and wane, they do not lie awake, they do not make, they not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented. So here in these lines what they are done, repetitions of the words have been done to give the poetic effect. Next one, alliteration is also there. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented. Here the sound of D is been repeated. Here hyperbole also they are there. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole world. So many other things are also there, that tautology, alliteration, okay, this type of words or these types of questions may be asked for the exam. So let's move to the next poem. So here just the half extract is been shown here. Let's read the whole poem and see the explanation is short. This is the poem, The Pulley. Okay, so the poem Pulley here. So it's a poem written by George Herbert, where he has written about the things which the God has given to us and the things that the God has kept for himself, just to have the relationship between the human being and the strong very good enough. So here God gives so many precious gifts to the devotees, but at the time God also expects something in return. So what does he expect? That he wants to show in this poem. So the pulley shows how God left man towards himself with the pulley of restlessness. Okay, so here God has given lot many things to the human being, just he has kept towards himself, that is the rest. Okay, that if he would have given the rest to also to the human being, and each and everything if he would have given, so then there will be no strong bond between the God and human being. That is why the God has kept the rest towards himself, so that the human being at last, if he wants something, he can come towards the God, and the relationship between the God and human being will be strong enough, and there will be always a bond between both of them. So let's read the whole poem here. When God at first made man, having a glass of blessing standing by, let us, said he, pour on him all we can. Let the world's riches which dispersed lie contract into a span. So here at first, when the God created the man, he was having a glass of blessing with him. All the things he wanted to give to the human being, he was having each and everything in that glass. And what he wanted to do, he wanted to give each and every blessing to the human being, and each and everything which was scattered in this world, he collected everything in one glass as a blessing, and he wanted to give each and every type of blessings to the human being, and he wants to make him very much free and happy. Okay, whatever the riches, whatever the things which are there, whatever the wealth which is there, he wanted to give it each and everything to the human being. Then what happens? So strength first made a way, then beauty flowed, then wisdom, honor, pleasure. So one by one, as the God was pouring the glass on the human being, so first the strength came, then the beauty, then the freedom, then the wisdom, then the honor, pleasure, each and every type of blessing God started giving to the human being. Okay, when almost all was out, God made a stay. Each and everything was now God had given, just something was remaining in that glass, and God stopped for a while, and he made a stay there. Why he made a stay? Let's see. When almost all was out, God made us stay, perceiving that along of all his treasures rest in the bottom lay. So he said that each and everything had gone away, and what was remaining in the glass was the rest. Why he tried to keep the rest there with himself, that we are going to see in this further extract. For if I should, said I. Who said? Said he. Said he means what? Said God. Bestow this jewel also on my creature, he would adore my gifts instead of me. So what it says, that if all these gifts, if I give, or rest, each and everything he had given already, and if also this gift, which is that this gift, that is the rest, if he gives the rest also to the human being, what will happen? Bestow this jewel also on my creature, he will adore my gift instead of me. So whatever the gifts that the God will give to the human being, that will be given more importance than the God, the one who had given that gifts to the human being. Okay, whatever the gifts which are there, for that more value will be given instead of giving more value to the God. That is what the reason God kept rest with him. And rest in nature, not the God of nature. So what will happen? That the human being will give more importance for the nature, or the rest in the nature, and they will not give the importance to the nature, to the God of nature, to the one who had created the nature. So both should losers be. So here both the sides will be losers. What will happen? The God will lose the human being, or the lovers, or his beloved people, and the beloved people will also lose the God, and both the sides will be the losers. Okay, both the sides will lose something else. That is what the reason that the God kept rest with him. Yet let him keep the rest. So yet let him keep the rest means the God decides that let me keep the rest with myself, but keep them with ripening restlessness. So here the human beings, how they are, that they are always greedy, they are not satisfied at all. Okay, that's why they are always restless, they are always greedy to having to own the things and all. So here that's why he says that he should always keep them restless. Okay, they should always keep on wanting many more things. That's why if they want more things, they will always come to God, towards the God, and pray and kneel in front of God. That is what the reason that God had kept the rest with him. But keep them with ripening restlessness. Let him be rich and vary. Let at last, if goodness leads him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. So here what it says, let him be poor, let him be rich, let him be any type of person. If he wants anything, he will be directly pulled towards the God, so that he can come towards the God and pray for the thing that he wants. So here also he says that, but let him be rich or weary, let him be rich or any poor or any type of thing they may be there. So that at last, if goodness leads him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. If the good things are going on, if the things are going on good in our life, we are not praising God at that time, because we are very much happy. And whenever we are in a worry, or whenever we are in a sadness, or whenever we are in difficulties, that time what we do? We start praying to the God. That is the reason that the God has kept the rest with him. And so for the weariness, if they are very worried, if they want anything else for them, if they want something for their life, so that they can come and live, and they can come and pray towards the God. So let's move to the exercise content. Question and answers, simple factual questions. So here, complete the sentence. First one, if God would bestow the jewel of rest on men, man would dash. What will happen? Man would adore God's gift instead of God. What will man do? They will adore the God's gift. They will give more importance to the God's gift and not to the God. So the answer, if God would bestow the jewel of rest and man would dash adore God's gift instead of man. So here if you'll copy the same line from the poem as it is, the answer may not come correct here. That's why write in your own words. Next one, if goodness does not lead man to God, then weariness may toss man to God's breast. If the good things are going on, that thing will not bring the man. Sometimes it may not bring the man towards the God. But what? The weariness, if the weariness is there, if something difficulties are there in a life, that thing at least can pull the man towards the God. So here the answer, if goodness does not lead man to God, then weariness may toss man to God's breast. Next one, interpretive question. What would the human being do if God gifted him with rest? So what the human being would have done? If God gifted man rest, he would become selfish and would forget God. Okay, so what would happen? He would have become selfish if he would have got rest and all. Each and everything, if he wanted to have, each and everything he would have got very much easily, and there will be no any importance to God, the one who had created the nature. So he will not adore the one who has created this nature, and because of this reason, the human being also will be the loser, and the God himself also will be the loser. That is the reason God tried to keep rest with him. When would man adore the gift of nature instead of God? So when will the man adore the gift of nature instead of God? When the rest will be given. So what is the explicit answer? Man would adore the gift of nature instead of God if God would have bestowed the jewel of rest on man. If God would have given the gift of rest also to the man, that time the man would have not given more importance to God. So here he would have given more importance to the gifts that the God had given, and so that is the reason that God did not give the gift of rest to the human being. Next question, poetic device. Pick out the rhyming verse from the first stanza. So here, he, me, be, creature, nature. If goodness leads him not, yet weariness may toss him toss him to my breast. So what is the figure of speech they have told here? So personification. Weariness and goodness are given a human quality. Okay, personification, weariness and goodness are given a human quality. Next one, write the rhyming scheme of the first stanza from the given extract. So given extract here is a half poem. So the rhyme scheme is A B A B A. Next one, but keep them with ripening restlessness. Identify the figure of speech. Ripening restlessness, alliteration. Why? The sound of R is repeated for better poetic effect. Okay. So these are the things we have seen in this poem. So here till now we have seen in this video two poems, that is the first one Animals and the second one Pulia. In the animal, what the poet wants to express, whatever the qualities that the animals are having, that type of qualities are been left behind by the human being, and that was the reason that the poet wants to live the lifestyle of the animals that they are living. Okay, they are very much self-contained, they are very much relaxed, they are not dissatisfied with the things they are having, they are very much happy by the things they are owning, okay, the things which they have, they are very much happy with it. But the human beings are not in such condition. They are always greedy, they are always unhappy, they want to make sin, they always want to make crime, okay, and they always want to show there is the kneel in front of others and all, the one who are bigger than them. But in animals, it's not like that. They are very much self-contained, they are very much self-relaxed. And that was the only reason that the poet, if he wanted to if he wishes to live his life, he would live like an animal. He would go and live the life that the animals live. And in the next poem, the pulley, which we have seen now, in this poem what we have seen, that when the God had created the human being, he had a glass of blessing that he was having, and each and everything he was having in that glass. So each and every type of blessing was given to the human being. Let it be strength, let it be beauty, let it be wisdom, let it be honor. Each and everything God tried to give to the human being. But here at last God stopped when the rest was there in the glass, and he says that let me keep the rest for himself. Why? What was the reason? That if the God would have given rest to the human being, there would be no any importance for the God from the human being. If each and everything the human being would have got easily, then there would be no any importance will be given to God. That was the only reason that God kept rest for himself, and he says that let me keep the rest. And if the goodness would not bring the human being towards me, at least the worriness or the greediness which is there, that would at least pull the human being towards me. And so that was the only reason that God kept rest for himself. So in these two extracts we have seen this thing. Thank you and have a nice day.